the chubby girl accidentally discovered. Her older brothers left deep marks on the meteorite sword when training. She usually wiped swords and did chores but secretly wanted to try. While her brothers and uncle were away, she picked up her own sword and gave it a try, but not even a speck of dust was knocked off. Just then her mother arrived and told her to go meet her fiancé. But as soon as they left, the meteorite pillar was suddenly split by her sword aura. Turns out she was once the continent's top sword genius. A year ago she fell off a cliff and stumbled into the ancient inheritance site of the divine sword. Because of her natural sword body, the divine sword instantly chose her as its master and passed on 50,000 years of accumulated power from past owners. The power was too overwhelming, and her body swelled into a huge figure. She was then found by a retired sword saint, who took her in as his last disciple. But she was afraid of her sudden change, so the sword saint lied, saying her fat was caused by absorbing 50 years of the sword's power, and only by unlocking her energy channels could she return to normal. Meanwhile, the phenomenon of the divine sword choosing a master was noticed by the Grand Elder, who ordered a search for the sword wielder to crown them as sect leader. All families were thrilled, because whoever found the sword master would earn 10 extra sect slots for their clan. But a year passed with no trace. No one knew the girl was now a laughingstock, reduced to cleaning swords because her body couldn't handle training. At that moment her mother rushed over to take her to meet her fiancé. The girl happily went to see him, but as soon as they left, the sword testing stone exploded into pieces. Meanwhile, the girl was excited to see her fiancé, but he came only to break off the engagement. He had already gotten involved with the sect's top senior sister. The girl had once given up her training spot for him, but now she got betrayal and humiliation in return. He called her a worthless fat pig, even beat up her parents in public. The girl endured it all, and swore to announce their breakup at the disciple selection ceremony in 3 days. 3 days later at the selection event, the first trial tested movement skill. Contestants stood on water barrels to strike down flying swords. The one who hit the most would win. The first contestant was agile, but got knocked off by the sixth sword. Then it was her older brother's turn. He had decent balance and skill. He knocked down 9 swords. When her fiancé stepped up, he easily took down all 10 swords. Everyone was shocked. No one expected him to be that strong. But the girl remembered what her master once said, that absorbing 50 years of sword power made her the strongest of her generation. But she didn't know. Her master had lied to ease her worry. It was actually 50,000 years. From a distance, her master and his wife were secretly watching her. The girl didn't know if her heavy body could pass, but she stepped forward anyway. 2 flying swords shot at her. She couldn't dodge and fell straight into the water. Everyone laughed at her. Next was the second trial testing agility. Contestants had to dash through a sword formation. The fastest time won. Unsurprisingly, her fiancé came in first again. He even threw a watermelon to mock her, saying she'd fall and splatter like mush. The girl gathered her courage and stepped up, but broke a wooden post due to her weight. Luckily, an elder saved her with magic, but when a sword approached her, it curved away on its own. The elder was stunned. This was a phenomenon unique to the divine sword's chosen master. Next was the third trial, arena combat. Her fiancé arrogantly claimed no one could beat him. He knocked out one opponent after another. Even her brother was badly defeated. The girl was furious. Despite her family trying to stop her, she stepped onto the stage, but was quickly beaten into a swollen mess. Her fiancé threw down a divorce letter, saying if she signed it he'd spare her life. But the girl tore it up in anger, and took out her own prepared breakup letter, publicly declaring she was the one breaking the engagement. Her fiancé was humiliated. He attacked in a rage and sent her flying, but that heavy blow unexpectedly unblocked her energy channels. Just as he was celebrating, the girl suddenly soared into the sky. The elder was overwhelmed with emotion. He recognized that aura, the presence of a divine sword master, who commands 10,000 swords and shakes the heavens.